أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ترجي من تشاء منهن وتؤوي إليك من تشاء ومن ابتغيت ممن عزلت فلا جناح عليك ذلك أدنى أن تقر أعينهن ولا يحزن ويرضين بما آتيتهن كلهن والله يعلم ما في قلوبكم وكان الله عليما حليما.
Of them you may put off any of them you wish, and you may take any of them whom you wish, and you may call back any of those whom you had temporarily set aside. There will be no blame on you on this account. It is likelier that they will thus be comforted, and will not grieve, and every one of them will be well pleased with what you give them. Allah knows what is in your hearts. Allah is all-knowing, all-forbearing. This verse was meant to relieve the Prophet, peace be upon him, of the domestic worries and anxieties, so that he could carry out his duties with full peace of mind. When Allah clearly gave him the power and the authority to treat any of his wives as he liked, there remained no chance that those believing ladies would trouble him in any way, or would create complications for him by their mutual rivalries and domestic squabbles. But in spite of having this authority from Allah the Prophet, peace be upon him, meted out full justice to his wives. He did not prefer one to the other, and would visit each of them regularly by turns. Only Abu Razin from among the traditionalists has said that the Prophet, peace be upon him, visited only 4 of his wives, Aisha, Hafsa, Zainab, and Salama by turns, and no turn had been fixed for the other wives. But all other traditionalists and commentators contradict this and prove by authentic traditions that even after having this authority the Prophet, peace be upon him, visited all his wives in turn and treated them alike. Bukhari, Muslim, Nasai, Abu Dawud, and others have reported on the authority of Aisha that even after the revelation of this verse, the Prophet's peace be upon him, practice was that whenever he wanted to visit any of us, his wives, on the turn of another wife, he would first ask her permission for it. Abu Bakr al-Jassas relates from Urwa bin Zubair that Aisha told him, as to our rants the Prophet, peace be upon him, never preferred any of us to the other, although it seldom happened that he did not visit all his wives on the same day, but he never touched a wife unless it was her day by turn. And this also is a tradition from Aisha, that during his last illness, when it became difficult for him to move about, he asked for his other wives' permission to stay with her, and only on their approval he passed his last days in her apartment. Ibn Abi Hatim has cited this from Imam Zuhri that the Prophet, peace be upon him, is not known to have deprived any of his wives of her turn. To this only Sauda was an exception, who on account of her advanced age had willingly surrendered her turn in favor of Aisha. This verse was revealed to provide the Prophet, peace be upon him, with relief from domestic concerns, allowing him to fulfill his mission with a peaceful mind. By granting him authority over how he treated his wives, Allah removed the possibility of discord or rivalry affecting his personal life. Despite having this divine discretion, the Prophet, peace be upon him, upheld fairness and justice, ensuring each wife was treated equally and visited in turn. The majority of scholars and authentic traditions confirm that he maintained this fairness, consulting his wives even if he needed to adjust the schedule. During his final illness, with the consent of his other wives, the Prophet, peace be upon him, spent his remaining days in Aisha's apartment, reflecting his continuous respect for their feelings. Only Sauda, due to her old age, voluntarily gave up her turn to Aisha, further illustrating the harmony maintained in the household.